Hello everyone, VanguardOfValor here, and welcome back to Duskers. Now, last episode we struggled to make our way through a fairly small ship because our motion sensors were completely unhelpful, but we did acquire a new handy-dandy little drone who we haven't yet melted down for parts. Poor Ron, he had no idea what was happening to him. Goodbye, Ron. Goodbye. Alright, so now we've gained a little bit more scrap, we've gained a stealth upgrade, which should help us make do when we're entering areas that we otherwise can't find anything else about if we have to. But we're extremely low on fuel. We have only enough for one jump left. We have basically limited propulsion fuel. We can potentially get to one more location after this one if we're lucky. No, we can't. We're still here. Yeah, no, we have to move. Alright, so we have no propulsion fuel left because we're going to travel over to this outpost. So we have no fuel, one jump. If we have to jump in the galaxy map, we have one shot. We're probably going to have to come down here because I believe this one actually has a Stargate in it, which is what we have to do to go to a different galaxy. So we're really limited as far as our options go. We need to try and find some fuel real bad. We're going to check out this research station and see if it has anything good for us. Maybe some new interesting modules of some sort for our drones. Some more fuel, perhaps, if we're lucky. It says it's stable, and it only has one type of infestation. So in theory, we might actually be able to get through this without terrible, terrible things happening to us. But for now, we're just going to have to get down there and find out. We go to board this thing, its hull integrity is good, it's stable, one infestation type. This looks like a great place for us to go. Looks almost safe. Almost safe. We have no way to really control enemy movement on us right now, but we do have stealth to hopefully bypass it. Let's get down there. Oh, and start this adventure. Here we go. We know nothing much about it. It was a mining class vessel. Directive was bounty hunting, apparently. Its crew was only 2. So we know a lot about it. We know a lot about it because we have the ship surveyor information, and we know there's a drone in here and a bunch of resources. Let's teleport. Who do we want to teleport in first? Odin, I guess. Odin and... we'll just do Odin first. Into R2. Sorry, transport. Gotta get exactly the right terminology here, otherwise things don't work. Alright, so let's power R2 with the ship's power. Does that power everything? No, it only powers half the ship. Okay. Odin. So there are airlocks in here, but just keep in mind you cannot dock to them. That is not an option. Nothing in here with the scan. Let's go back and scan the starting room quickly, and then we'll do some motion senses to see what else we know, and then we'll bring in some more support units. Nothing else in here either. Okay, so we're going to motion sense in... Oh, I kind of want to motion sense R4, but I want to know about R6 primarily. Let's just motion sense here, and then we'll go from there. Okay, we know R3 is safe, but that's all we know. So we're going to transport in Balder to R2. Bladder. Well, that's unfortunate. Transport Balder to R2. Thank you. Okay, Balder, you're going to check out D17 for us, because apparently this room is safe. It's got another generator in it. Okay. That's good to know. Okay, so Balder, you're going to back up. We're going to transport in one more unit. Transport Thor to R2. There we go. Thor, you're going to come down here and power this for me. Excellent. Now the whole ship is powered, so we hopefully can learn some more. Unfortunately, our sensor data is extremely low. What we're going to do is we're going to move Odin up to here and hopefully get some information on one of these adjacent rooms. If we can get R10 at least, that would be good. Okay, well we learned there's something hostile in there already. That's good to know. R10 is nasty. Okay, we're going to do one more check since we have another place we can go now. We're going to come down into this room and try and get out of the way and do a motion scan in here while Odin chats with Thor. R5 is safe. Okay, so Balder. Close up D17 for now. Close up D16 for now. That is our only active teleporter, so we don't want to do anything that could put that room at risk. Balder, what do you see in here? A vent. Alright, this room is not safe. Not safe at all. Let's back up. We're going to quickly send Odin in there to do another motion scan and see what we can see. Nothing. Okay, so we have very little data, except we know that that room is unlikely to remain safe because of the fact that it has... There we go, D18 close. Because it has a vent in it. So that room is safe for now, but is unlikely to remain so. Let's quickly... Door D27 is no longer responding. Okay, that's fine. Let's quickly scan this room. We found there is a teleporter source here, it's just inactive. Good to know. We're going to send Balder up through D17. And we're going to try and do a little stealth run here. Activate stealth. Open up D7. We're draining power pretty quickly. Is there anything hostile in this room? No, we're good. D7 stealth. Okay, this room is safe. We know that now. We can probably get Odin into here then, and that'll give us some more sensor data. So let's move Odin around. D17. Close D17 behind us. D7. Close D7 behind us, and we'll do a motion scan in here. We'll also do a regular scan in here. We found an access terminal and nothing else. Okay, there's enemies in both of those rooms, but we know the big one, the important one, is safe. So we'll take Balder and send him into D12. Close it behind us. Marvin. Interesting. Alright, Marvin, what do you have? A shield and a turret. Oh, wow. Wow, Marvin, you might prove very useful. Okay, so we don't have a teleporter signal very strong anywhere now, which is not great. We need to get a tow out of here with Balder, I think. So let's take Balder. Tow Marvin. Marvin, you have the potential to be wonderful for us here. Let's move you into D12. And then up through D7. This is the room where we have the teleport. Drop the tow. Alright, we want to transport Marvin into R1. That may be a problem. Apparently, doesn't work that way. Maybe if I'm still towing him, I can take him that way. Okay, so we go transport Balder R1. Yes, okay, that worked. Now we can untow him. Perfect. And we can transport Balder R2. There we go. Okay, good. So, all is not lost, and that's excellent. Balder, you're going to come in here and gather all for me, and then we're going to try and do some shenanigansy maneuvers here. So, let's hit a gather all for Balder. And in the meantime, we're going to try and manipulate these enemies. So D20 is going to open... No, not D20. D10 is going to open up. I think probably a better way to do it would be D26 opens up. We want to try and get the enemy out of room 11. And then we're going to try and move them into our room 4. So we can check out both of those rooms that are now theoretically safe. Now they're both in there. Okay, not quite the way I planned on doing it, but you know what? I kind of like having them in both in the tiny room instead. Balder, work your way back up. This room is apparently safe now, so we're going to check out D21's... Oh, not S21, D21's room. Lost the teleporter signal. New teleporter signals in room 3. Okay. There's nothing in there. Sounds good. We don't need to worry too much about it. I'm looking for fuel, so we gotta make sure we can find it if there is any. So room 3 has a teleporter signal. That's good. We can ignore room 11 pretty safely. It's tiny. We're gonna take Odin to deactivate the motion sensors and reactivate them in this long hallway. Because if we can find some information about these rooms, we might actually be able to do something here. So, Odin, you are going to motion sensor for me. You found something only in the room we already knew about. Okay, so you're not going to be any use here. All of these rooms are inconclusive. We've already checked R5, so basically, we're going to be doing stealth runs here. So, Odin, you're going to back up. Actually, I'm going to send you... Let's open D17, navigate Odin to R3, just to make sure we're not putting him at any risk. Balder, you're going to come back in here. We close D12 behind us in case there are enemies in these rooms. And we're going to do a little bit of stealth exploration here today. Playing it sneaky. Close D17 and D7 just to make sure that if we have to backtrack anywhere, we can do it safely. Reactivate stealth. Open D15, take a peek. Okay, nothing hostile. Disable stealth. Close D15. Gather all Balder. We only have 2 rooms left to check, and we're going to do our best to find some fuel, game. That's what we need right now. Get the mouse out of there. We got to get some fuel. Okay, stealth, D25. Still nothing. D23. Still nothing. We've checked all the rooms now. There is no fuel on this ship. That is not good. The only other potential place there could be something is in room 11, and that room's tiny. So the odds of that actually having anything good are basically 0. We kind of just need to get out of here. This was a bit of a bust. That sucks real bad. Having stealth makes exploring these areas a lot easier, though. I will say that. Makes it kind of feasible to attempt. You know what? I don't really want to check room 11, but if we're looking for fuel, we've got to take every opportunity we can. We lost the video signal for Odin, so we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. We're going to go navigate Odin to R6, then we'll do motion there, and we're going to try and force them out of room 11 into room 10. And maybe we can find something incredibly lucky in that tiny little room. Okay, close that door. Perfect. Open door 11. Nope. To nobody's surprise, there was nothing in there. We just lost the transporter signal that we had left. So now we have a bit of a pickle here. We have to basically pray that we'll get a new signal. We got a great drone in here with a shield and a turret. So we have an actual, like, serious defensive option now, which is super cool. But if we can't make any travel at all, this is going to be a problem. Let's navigate Odin to R3. We need a transporter signal to reappear, otherwise we're literally stuck here. We're just going to hide out in one room so that we have a better chance of survival here. Because we can't dock with any of these rooms. That's how the outposts work. You have to use transporters to get in. Come on, game. Work with me here. We're running out of resources. We need something. Otherwise, there's no way out. Basically, now we're just praying we get something we can actually use. R5 may be hostile now, so we have to be careful about that. R2 and R3 are right beside each other and are 2 of our most likely rooms to have the exit. What I will do, I guess, right now, while we wait, is I'll go around and scan some rooms with Odin to see if we can find any extra resources. Since we know these rooms are safe, we might as well take a peek. Nothing in there, nothing in there. We can open up D25 as well. Send Odin in here, do one more scan. There's nothing in any of these rooms. Okay, so that was not super useful to us. There's a weak teleporter signal in room R3. Okay, get over there, Odin. Then we're going to transport all to room R1. And we're going to get out of here. There we go. Alright, all of our drones are safely out. It's time to leave this place. Let's get out of here. That was not what we needed. Ugh, Balder's tow is broken. We are seriously running out of towing modules. Marvin has been added to the fleet, which is excellent. We've also got our scan breaking down more, our generator breaking down, and our tow has completely broken. We have a good amount of scrap now. I don't know how this is going to make us survive, though. We're in serious resource choking right now. Marvin has super low health, so unfortunately for him, he is not going to last very long, but we'll take his shield and his turret, thank you. That sounds really good. Being able to activate a shielded turret? That's fantastic. Alright, so now we may actually be able to have some military drones, which could be pretty cool. So we're probably going to take those and put them both on Mimir. Give him the turret and the shield. And that way Mimir can be our warrior drone for now. I might give him the tow, just so we can do something, but I might give the only remaining working tow to Balder still, because having tow, gather, and stealth seems pretty nice. Actually, you know what? Having any of these modules while we're using stealth doesn't make any sense, but being able to swap them, I guess it makes sense because we can investigate an area, and then when we know if it's safe or not... That's weird, if two... Why can't I use this? Okay, some weird things are happening now with the interface. Let's just fix them like this. There we go. So we have 2 broken tows, 1 highly damaged tow with a high failure chance. This one failed with an 18% chance, this one failed with a 15% chance, and this one hasn't failed yet with a 35% chance. Ridiculous. Alright, I'll take it though. I'll take it. The stealth seems really handy. Having Mimir be a warrior bot seems really handy. The generator breaking down isn't great, but I think, again, the cost of repairing a generator is the same as the cost of making a new one. Oh, hey. Detect rooms with weak hulls. That might be really important. The rooms most likely to be filled with radiation. That might actually be really good. We might do that. Radiation shields. Interesting. Okay, so there's a couple interesting things we can do here with the shield upgrade as well. But yeah, if we're trying to make upgrades, generators cost 8 and tows cost 10. What does it cost to repair them? Tows cost 12 to repair, generators cost 8 to repair. So it doesn't make any sense to ever repair those. You just make new ones. So we'll do that when we have to. And we'll just count on the tow not breaking until the mission's over if we ever have to use it. In the meantime, though, we've got some interesting potential here. We have a whole bunch of resources I should probably spend. But we might as well head to the new area and see what we're looking at over there first, because as of right now, we can't really do a whole lot. So go back to the galaxy map, we can head over to here and investigate this area. It has no Stargate though, so even if we're able to find more resources, we won't be able to do anything with it. Some space stations, a lot of space stations there, an interesting looking system. But more importantly, if we check out this one, it has a Stargate, so in theory we could get out of here. It's got a lot of outposts, mining, defense, greenhouse, some tech bases, some observation bases. I don't know why I'm surprised the outpost didn't have fuel, since it's not a vehicle, it's not a traveling thing. But either way, we have to jump to Saracen. It's the only one that makes any sense here, given our current predicament. We need to get lucky, though, and find some fuel. Let's jump over here. Alright, we're now out of major jump fuel. We have 6 propulsion fuel. Where are we in the system? We're on the Stargate. That's pretty not what I wanted. I don't know what this thing does, or even if we have the ability to use it, but I was hoping we wouldn't start here, so we'd be able to actually, you know, do something like travel to a couple of these areas before we completely run out of resources, but that's not going to work now. So like if we had started here, we could have gone 1, 2, 3 and gotten 3 areas out of it before getting here. Let's examine the Stargate and see what it does. Okay. The text labels are way out of place for this. We have Regaeus, which we have been to, and we have an unknown sector up ahead with multiple constellations on our universe map here. It sounds like you just travel. So we're not going to do this yet. Yeah, the UI is a little bit freaked out for this. The travel mode, choose a destination, is up over other stuff in the top of the screen right now. Let's just close out of that. Our universe map doesn't actually tell us that anymore for some reason, though, but whatever. Alright, so we're going to investigate at least one of these areas. Overwatch. Ambrosius. Can I look at this? I can't look at this one. There we go. Or this one, the Rowie. They're all volatile for age. I think the safest looking one is Ambrosia's here. It only has one type of infestation, so in theory it would be safer. We can get there and back with the same amount of propulsion. We can go anywhere else. Because if we try and go here, down to Overwatch, and then anywhere else, we don't have enough fuel to make it back to the Stargate, because that'll take 3 fuel, I think, because it'll take 3 to get there from here. And we basically won't be able to do anything else. So we have to only pick one place to go. We can go to the private type C, or we can go to the Roe private type A. I think we're going to go to the C here and see if they have any fuel. If we get lucky and they do have fuel, we can stop somewhere else on the way back. And I think it's better to go to a ship if we're looking for fuel. So let's travel over here and pray that we're not dooming ourselves to death by not taking the Stargate jump. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it much further than this, but we're going to do our best to try, especially since we've got some interesting stuff going on here with our various drones. Ship upgrades. Actually, you know what we will do? We will do that modification that lets our ship surveyor upgrade, tell us which rooms are likely to kill us. So we'll spend a little bit of points on that. There we go. The ship surveyor D. That might help us out. Let's board this sucker and see what we find. Actually, first we have to scrap Marvin before we forget. Scrap Marvin, execute that. There we go. Alright, board this thing. Let's go. Okay. Captain's log 6547 from the HMS Goliath. Missing cargo report. Unearthed a stray. Think that of stolen hydrogen from our Sin Energy mining negative effect on shipments to and from Earth. Awaiting orders on further action. Hard to tell exactly what's going on here, but we know that there's some kind of piracy happening here. Alright, tiny ship. We know that that room is unsafe, but we're going to have to begin this thing anyway. Let's get in here and see what we see. Okay, so we know of all the rooms on board here, this is the least safe one. So what we're going to do is, Thor, you're going to get out of there. We want to have as few people at risk of horrible death as possible, so we're going to send Thor back in here. We're going to power R2 remotely since we don't need anything else anyway. And we're going to do a quick scan through here to see if there's anything interesting, by which I mean we're using the scanner. We found 1 scrap. There we go. What's in this room? Scrap interface. Looking for fuel here, game. We're looking for fuel. Nothing. Alright, so close A1. We're going to close D9 as well. We're going to gather, and we're going to dock to R3. Oh, sorry. Gather Odin. There we go. And we're going to dock to A3. Because we actually don't want to have anything to do with that room ever again if we can help it. We're going to do a quick scan in here. We found more fuel. That's awesome. Gather all. Alright, so we've correctly docked now, so we're able to safely investigate this. We'll do a motion check here, which should give us information on both of those rooms, and if not, we'll try out our turret drone and see how well that serves us. So we do a quick motion check over here. Okay, so the enemy's in R5. Let's take out our turret drone, Mimir. He's got a shield bubble around him, and he's got his turret thing there showing off. Let us, turret. Did we just type in turret here to arm it? Yes, turret gun armed. Perfect. Okay, Balder. Time for you to do a little bit of research for us. We can now move safely into these areas. Fuel! Oh baby, fuel. Okay, so he was right, there really is nothing in here. So we're going to de-stealth. Gather that fuel, please. Please have fuel. 1 day's propulsion. Nothing jump fuel. Ah! Well, we got 1 fuel. That's going to let us take 1 more jump on the way back. And that might give us what we need to be able to actually survive this mess. The important thing here is that we did find a fuel. Alright, so what we need to do now is we need to investigate into room 5, which we know to be hostile, but since we know it's hostile, we can actually do this. We have a sensor data. We have our turret set up, but I don't think we're going to need it. We might try it out anyway, just to see if we can murder whatever is in there. But, let's see. Will whatever's in that room leave? No, it doesn't seem like it will. Okay, well, let's do this the sneaky way then. Let's investigate. Uh-oh, I left D8 open. Okay, we're good. It left. Close D7. Moving in there invisibly. Didn't get attacked right away, but it definitely moved once we started going in there. let's do a quick check into R5 with Balder. And there's nothing there. Okay, I don't think killing that dashing enemy is going to get us anything. Unlike the patrol robots, which do drop scrap and resources. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to send everybody back into the ship and get out of here. Before something else goes horribly wrong. What are you doing, Balder? Get in the ship, please. Okay, so that was not the most valuable ship we've ever explored. There was hardly anything in there of value, but the important thing is that we got ourselves that extra propulsion fuel, so we can maybe go somewhere else. I don't think so, because we spent 3 fuel to get here. I don't think it's going to help us out much at all, really. But we have some, so if we need to have one to use the Stargate, we can do that now. Alrighty. Alrighty, our motion and our gathers are breaking down, which is not good. We'll have to repair the motion sensor because it is pretty vital, and we really don't want to have that break on us right now. We have another one, which is also damaged, but I'd rather have at least one reliable one. We've got all these slightly damaged gathers as well. We can swap that out for a fresh one because we've got so many. I think the important thing, though, is making sure that we have at least one motion sensor reliable. So we'll go to the modifications menu here and probably repair that. It will cost us a good amount. You know what? We have 2 of them. We'll try and use it a little bit more and see if we can do it without having it break. It's playing with fire, potentially, but we'll see. So we have 3 propulsion fuel plus 1. Yeah, we'd need... No, we can do it this way. We can go 2 and 2. This'll work. This'll work. We can go to 2 more facilities before we have to hit the star... Well, 1 more facility before we have to hit the Stargate. We might be able to get some jump fuel if we're lucky, although I don't think that space station is going to have any. But it's a possibility, and that's a big deal. Okay. Alright, let's travel over here. We're seriously running out of resources, guys. Things are not looking good. Things are not looking good at all. But we have interesting drone upgrades. We just have nothing to help us make sure we don't lose. So, we're going to do our best next time to clear through this, but for now, this is it. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. This has been Vanguard of Valor, playing a little bit of Duskers for you. If you enjoyed our struggles against death, make sure you tell me about it in the comments below. Don't forget to check out the links in the description below, which can help you keep in contact with what's going on here. We have our Twitter there, our Twitch channel links are there, our Patreon there if you want to support the channel directly. And all in all, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.